Yes, sir. It's the 9 to 5 Sports Guys. It's your boy T.
What's happening? It's your man TJ.
And what up, though? It's your boy Nam.
And I want to thank everybody that's tuning in. Super Bowl weekend. But before we get in the Super Bowl, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Continue. I'm going to keep saying this. Continue to like, subscribe, comment, whether you like the content or not. If you don't, put a comment. Just make sure your profile pic is up to par because we do roast. And everybody that's been supporting, continue to support. Before we start the episode, I want to ask, my co-host, how you guys doing today?
Oh, football Sunday, man. You're doing good.
Everything's good over here. Blessed.
Yeah, so football Sunday, a.k.a. Super Bowl Sunday. I can sit here and say that none of our teams even came close.
What are you talking about? My team was the closest.
Closest to what?
Number one pick.
Mine was closest week 10.
I ain't even gonna say when my team got eliminated, but
week 2.
So look, we got the Eagles and we got Philly.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of like deja vu. Okay, what was it? 2 years ago?
What's that?
That the Eagles and
right. Yeah.
What's a crazy thing if you think about it? If Patrick Mahomes win today, both of his Super Bowls are gonna be the teams that he beat already.
Yep.
He gonna have 2 against San Fran and 2 against the Eagles.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think Brady has similar stuff too.
Let me see.
He had Carolina.
He had the Rams.
The Rams twice.
Oh yeah, that's right. He had the Rams twice.
Yeah.
That was his last one in New
He
England.
could have beat Philly twice. He beat Philly once.
The first time,
but
right.
he lost the
second time.
No,
No,
he had
that's
the Giants, but the Giants beat them twice.
Oh yeah,
the Giants twice.
Giants is the one kryptonite.
Yeah. Philly twice, the Giants twice, the Rams twice,
Seahawks,
Panthers, Falcons.
Yeah.
Wow,
Crazy.
you're right.
Crazy.
Speaking of
Script, it's an amazing script.
It is.
the script, yeah. Speaking of Tom Brady, before we get into this whole Super Bowl, there's a lot of talk right now because Patrick Mahomes is doing something we haven't seen to start of any athlete in their career.
That's a fact.
So 8 years, 4 Super Bowls, 8 years, and then AFC Championship every year.
Well, no, I think would be his 5th Super Bowl, right?
Oh, no, you mean one or
no? That he's going to.
It's his
4th.
fifth.
His 5th?
His fifth.
His 5th, yeah, total.
He lost.
Remember, he lost against Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He's going for a three-peat, so
He's lost to Brady once, right?
he lost to Brady
Yeah,
once
with
in
the
the
Bucks.
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Tampa.
In the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Tampa.
He lost to. So wait,
He's only lost to Tampa.
this would be considered his 5th Super Bowl that he's going to.
Yeah.
Math is not really, we're a sports podcast, so you see with the math, we
Yeah.
Hey, somebody just correct us in the
just
comments.
correct us in the
if need
comments,
be,
man.
you know what I'm saying? But,
I know.
yeah.
Listen, I went to public school, so
I know it's his 8th year in the league.
yeah.
8th year in the
So
league.
remember, he went to the Super Bowl. He lost to the Patriots. His second year.
The year he started.
Yeah,
AFC.
it was his second year.
AFC Championship.
He lost to the Patriots in the AFC Championship. Then that following year is when he went to the Super Bowl. So, I mean,
Because you got to remember, Burrow beat him
one of those years.
the year they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was in 21, I think, or 22. One of them years, yeah. But anyway, so it's bottom line, one of the greatest starts to a career from any sport.
Right.
Yeah.
But there are conversations that are being had that if Patrick Mahomes somehow can win this one, become the Super Bowl MVP, they put him in. They're starting to have conversations about him possibly contending for the greatest quarterback of all time.
Too soon.
I don't think so. He has 4. You only 3 away from the GOAT. And he's young.
Can we honestly say
it's not like it's gonna be his last time going?
Can we honestly say the first couple championships with the Patriots was Tom Brady a driver or was he a passenger?
Say it again.
Was he a driver in those first couple championships with the Patriots, or was he a passenger? Was he a driver or a passenger?
He was more or less of a passenger,
Uh-huh.
and he had to make those passes. But the defense carried the Patriots the first go round.
First couple of championships.
Yeah.
The difference is, you take away Tyreek Hill, he still wins the championship.
Yeah.
They say every year Travis Kelce must be the cleanest person I know, because they say he's washed every year.
Mm.
He still finding some ways to win the championship.
That's what winners
They
do,
said
man.
he couldn't beat Joe Burrow. He lost him one time in the playoffs. He find his way to still win championships. They're trying to put Josh Allen as a better quarterback than him. Josh Allen, I keep about to say Kendrick Lamar. Lamar Jackson.
He's haunting you.
No, he ain't.
Boogeyman.
Nah, Lamar. Anyway.
Yeah.
But they keep saying, these guys
Yeah.
are better or, during the regular season, but he just still finds ways to win and gets to the championship. So
Those guys are better during the regular season. It's just a shame that those guys, when it comes down to one and done, they can't do it. But regular season play, far as stats wise, they are better than Patrick Mahomes. Just Patrick Mahomes' brain is better than theirs. Just like Tom Brady's brain was better to process defenses better than other guys, but he wasn't the best quarterback.
So would you say that Patrick Mahomes pretty much coached during the regular season and has more emphasis on the postseason?
Well, no, because they legit had wide receivers that would pause dropping balls.
Okay.
So he was getting the passes to them, but they were dropping them, which
Yeah.
is going to lead to the blame to the quarterback. So I wouldn't say coasting, because Worthy and Brown and all them guys, they couldn't catch a fly.
Nah, he just knows the formula, so he knows like the pace to play at every year.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, when you've been there before, it's kind of easy to do. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I just need to get these certain amount of wins to get home field advantage. I mean, if KC gets home field advantage, it's bad already.
Yeah.
Just like the Patriots, you go to Foxborough, they get home field advantage. That's it, you're done.
Yeah, if they get all the games at Arrowhead, it's over.
Yeah.
But again, he has the game-winning formula because I think every year he's played in the AFC Championship, similar to Brady. Brady has played in a lot of AFC Championship games, so they know what it takes, how much effort they got to give in the 17-game season or whatever.
I mean, how many times have we said that, oh, Patriots may not make the playoffs this year because they played bad.
Yeah.
And then they get in the playoffs, and it's like,
We forget about all of that.
you forget all that. It's just the same formula, like you said.
So that's one side of the coin. Let's go to the other side of the coin. The Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Some may argue which is the better overall team, minus the quarterback. They have something. They have. I mean, we can honestly say since 2018, the Eagles have been one of the best teams. This will be the third Super Bowl appearance since 2016, 2017?
Since Nick Foles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a lot of storylines within this game alone.
Carson Wentz carried that team until he got hurt.
So he got hurt. Yeah,
and
he
Nick
got
Foles
hurt
came
at the
in and won
end.
that
Yeah.
Super Bowl, yeah.
Which is, you can't write no better story than that.
Right.
Yeah,
Backup guy comes in.
does his job.
Continues to carry what Carson Wentz
Does his
did.
job.
Who was having an MVP caliber season that year.
Right.
And then they ended up beating, Tom Brady, who in that game threw for 500 yards or something like that. So, but the Eagles. So you have storyline of, can Hurts lead his team to a Super Bowl win? He played better than Mahomes last game. And you also got Saquon on his birthday, the Super Bowl. If he can help lead his team to a win, that's what more can you ask for?
Might be the best present since he was born.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
the best present was him getting away from the Giants.
Well, that was
yeah.
Him getting out of that toxic relationship.
I don't think he's seen how much they were holding him back.
Yeah, man.
Look at this.
It's crazy because
2,000 yards, Super Bowl immediately
after
you leave that terrible relationship.
Yeah.
it's like he got out of a bad situation. As soon as he got out, he got married.
Toxic.
Let go of your toxic ex.
Yeah.
Let go of her.
Yeah, your next situation might be your best situation. You
She's
never know.
just holding you back.
In this case, it worked out for him.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
You go to a team that has a quarterback that is one of the better quarterbacks in the league, and then you have the best offensive line, and then you have a great fan base,
The number one
dominant
defense.
receivers.
Facts.
Number one defense.
Yeah, a great defense,
Yeah.
underrated defense, if you will, because nobody really talks about their defense like
Right.
that. Yeah, it's a perfect situation for him, man. Saquon is should be Time Magazine Man of the Year because he made the best decision ever. Best decision ever.
Yeah.
Or
I
Philly did. One or the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one or the other.
Yeah, it was and what makes this storyline so great is that it was publicized how they felt about Saquon. You know what I mean? And to have that man disrespected on national TV, that's like, I'm not gonna say that's extra motivation because as a player you should be motivated anyway, but that's a big slap in the face to the team that didn't want you to say okay. And there was talk on the radio this week, over the last couple of weeks, if Saquon continues to have great success, is he considered an Eagle or a Giant?
He's considered an Eagle.
The facts.
You know, he's not. They're not going to let him go. So
Yeah,
I mean, those wasted years with the Giants. I want to get my jersey retired there. You know, if I get a Super Bowl here, my jersey going to be retired with the Eagles. You know, for about 3 or 4 years, they've been trying to devalue the running back position, man. And you know, we've seen countless running backs throughout this season make it be known that you can't do it without one.
Facts. Throughout the history of the game.
Yeah, you can't do it without it. So, I mean, I don't know what these people were thinking. I mean, pay that man, pay Derrick Henry, pay Josh Jacobs, pay whoever, Cook, all of them, pay them all.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting nowhere without them. I don't care what. You only got a handful of plays that you're going to play anyway to see how things going to go. If they ain't running plays included, what you going to do?
Facts.
You ain't going to run your quarterback there. Otherwise, you be looking for a quarterback.
They think they can just run a play action without actually running the ball. It's just
Right.
not how it works.
You gonna run a play action with no. That's like going out there with no running back. You running a play option. They looking at you like ain't nobody back there.
You ain't ran all day.
It's like,
Not falling for that.
it's like right. And it's like these running quarterbacks. They trying to you're trying to make pocket passers. Now, granted, I understand, you know, trying to stay in the pocket, you know, for a couple seconds, but you can't be a complete pocket passer like the quarterbacks of old. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Facts.
get out of there because you got
Facts.
these guys that's on the edge now that used to be 300 pounds running at you. Now they 230 running 4.5s, 4.4s, and they getting back there quicker.
Like the Micah Parsons of the world. you know?
Right. So you can't expect these
TJ
guys
Watt.
to sit there and get hit.
In which the Giants, it came out that the Giants fumbled on Michael Parsons. They told Michael Parsons we was gonna come get you, and then they went to the store to get some milk and never came back. So, but real quick, keys of the game. Who do you real quick? But I mean, before we get into that, is there a Chiefs fatigue?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why do you think it's Chiefs fatigue? Why do you think outside of the NFC East, most of everybody is going for the Chiefs to lose?
Well, I mean, it's like the Patriots. You get tired of seeing the same team in the Super Bowl. Now, granted, you know, you got to beat these teams, but we also know that there are some scripted lines out here that people are doing behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to be able to beat those scripts. You got the referees working against you. I've seen that the past 2 games in the AFC with the Chiefs being involved.
Yeah.
Bogus calls. You know, my thing is you're not really a legit team if you have to do all that
Facts.
to have refs help you. But anyway, I ain't worried about them finding me. I'll say what I want to say. But, you know, it is a fatigue. I was hoping this year we would see something a little different. Maybe, you know, Buffalo or Baltimore against Detroit or, you know, Washington or something a little different to keep people tuned in. Right now, you see the Kansas City Chiefs are in the Super Bowl, and you automatically think the same thing you thought when the Patriots there. They're going to get another ring.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking. So it's like the viewership is like, I catch the second half. I watch the first half, and we already know what Kansas City going to do third and fourth quarter.
Or you gonna watch the halftime show
and be done with it.
Kendrick Lamar.
Eat your wings. Right. Which is it's gonna be it's gonna be watched. So for all the people that don't like him, don't look at it. But
wop 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 wop
right.
wop.
But yeah, I mean it is a little fatigue there. In my opinion, I really get tired of seeing him. I really hope Buffalo could have done it. Buffalo had it. Bogus calls. They had it. I blame a lot of it on the refs. It wasn't Josh Allen's fault. But.
Yeah. I think for just the casual fans, it's always gonna be voter fatigue or just fatigue of winning. Like that's just what we do. I think we was talking about it the pre-production meeting. Like we did it with Brady, we did it with Floyd. We've done it with
it's only one person.
Carolina. We've done it with Georgia. We've done it with Alabama.
We're doing it with LeBron.
Yeah, there's only one person. Nobody got tired of winning, and that was Michael Jordan. That's crazy.
But at the time, it's because you don't have social media where it's in your face every day.
I got him.
You get what I'm saying?
I got him.
But it's true. You're right about that.
That was the only person that nobody got tired of seeing winning, Michael Jordan.
But you only see Jordan whenever he plays. You don't see him when you scroll on your phone, on commercials.
Yeah.
It's fatigue. You get tired of seeing all these State Farm commercials with Pat, and then he's winning on Sundays.
And it probably would have been the same situation that he had the social media at that time. You got tired of seeing him like, dang, can somebody else do something? Yeah. But we
like underdog stories, but we don't really like winners for too long.
Unless it's your team. Because I guarantee
you. If you're a Chiefs fan, of course, or the Warriors when they were winning, Steps, everybody loved it.
It was Steph against LeBron. It's like I guess people had got tired of seeing that part.
Yeah. That matchup. But the crazy thing about it is when you think about Bird and Magic, Jordan and the Pistons, these matchups have been existed. You look at some of them, Pittsburgh, when they went on a run, Dallas when they went on a run.
But those were you got to remember too. Those were must see TV. You only had 5 channels then, and on top of the fact that you either went to the game or you watch it on ABC. So ain't no other way you were going to see it.
It wasn't no other option.
You weren't getting YouTube and stuff then, so you couldn't get the streaming service. I'm gonna stay home and catch it. Hell no, you had to go sit there in front of Channel 7 and watch that sucker. So.
It's just fatigue, but it's not unwarranted. Like they're really good. Pat is good. Jalen Hurts, they're showing themselves to be the premier team in this age right now. So we'll see them again and again and again and again.
I mean, it's
It'll be like Rocky almost. It's
so crazy because you got the other 2 teams we're talking about, Bills and the Ravens and even the Chargers. Yeah. And we can mention Cincinnati too. Those teams are built better than them.
Yeah.
They're built better. They have more talent. It's just.
Chiefs just find a way to win.
Andy Reid, man.
Yeah.
They ain't got Andy Reid.
I'm glad you brought that up because Andy Reid was also it's crazy how you got Patrick Mahomes competing with Tom Brady for the quote unquote GOAT, right? We would say Tom Brady arguably is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure. No,
I see how you stress arguably.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So then, you match Tom Brady with Bill Belichick, and now you got Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. You got the 2 quarterbacks that they're going head to head. Pause, and then you got Bill Belichick against Andy Reid. Some would say one of the greatest, if not the greatest, defensive coach. To now the greatest, if not the greatest, offensive coach. So now there's a real conversation about Andy Reid being the greatest coach, minus wins and Super Bowls.
I may put Andy Reid as the greatest. I mean, he's like 3rd behind in wins.
Yeah.
But I will put Andy Reid at the greatest, basically because Don Shula, he got an undefeated season with the Dolphins, won a ring.
Yeah.
He ain't do it nowhere else.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick got all them wins on one team. He did go to a Super Bowl, but he didn't. But he wasn't the coach.
Yeah.
Andy Reid, he actually took the Eagles to the promised land where they had never been.
Yeah.
He took them there, fell short of it.
Yeah.
But every year he was in the NFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? We had to play him in the NFC Championship.
We did too.
Yeah.
It's a wild thing.
It's crazy, right?
Thinking about it.
Yeah. But then the Chiefs weren't thought of. They had Trent Green quarterback, they had running backs. They hadn't had no real quarterback there until Joe Montana.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
But here comes Andy Reid. Implements him here.
Uh-huh.
He has a bag-up rookie
Yeah.
from Texas Tech behind
wasn't
Alex
he?
Smith.
He was what, the 11th, 12th, something pick? He wasn't
Yeah, he
even the
was-
number one overall
He
pick.
wasn't.
Yeah.
And then he throws him in. Alex Smith by. We'll send you to Washington. We'll put him in. And here comes Super Bowls, conference championships. Andy Reid in
All
mind.
this-
Behind Vince Lombardi,
Okay.
from Green Bay, I would say, because that's what he is. He is the man on the trophy.
He basically like the logo.
Right.
In basketball, Jerry West.
But I would give it to Andy Reid because of those accomplishments. 2 different teams. He's a winning coach on 2 different teams,
Yeah.
Same type of style too.
and a head coach on both teams.
Yep. And you look at Patrick Mahomes and Donovan McNabb, they're similar in the sense where they're not the prototypical tall, quarterback that you would say like a Peyton Manning, a Tom Brady, Eli, one of them type of guys. These is dudes that are built like regular dudes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Patrick Mahomes looked like he drank beers with Luka.
Yeah,
Donovan McNabb didn't even look like a quarterback.
he didn't.
So, the fact that he's able to do that with those type of quarterbacks is crazy.
And let me correct this. Nothing to take away from Bill Belichick because he's a great mind. I mean, granted, he got that Super Bowl with the Giants when he was defensive coordinator, but he also had Carl Banks and Lawrence Taylor and all them guys.
Yeah.
But nothing to take
Yeah.
from him. You know what I'm saying?
The great Lawrence Taylor.
Right. The great.
MVP.
You know what I'm
Wasn't he MVP?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I mean, that he was the epitome of a defensive player, no matter where you put him at.
Yeah.
But I just think as the man at the helm that's controlling everything, calling everything, Andy Reid is proven to be that guy.
Yeah, I've always thought of Andy Reid as like Greg Popovich. When people think of the greatest coaches of all time, often he gets bypassed or overlooked or even is not considered. But yes, he is. He's definitely next to Belichick, a lot closer than what we think.
Yeah.
Because
if not sitting on the same,
Yeah.
they on the same mountain.
yeah, because the pace and the rate and the different styles that he's been able to do, like accomplish this success with, it's there.
See, Andy Reid is more of a risk taker than
Than
Bill
Belichick, yeah.
He'll throw a trick play in there
Yeah.
every once in a while, and it works.
Yeah, they always work.
Yeah,
All his
they work.
wild flea flickers and
Yeah.
these ridiculous sets, they always work.
Yeah.
Belichick is like, if I'm going to run the ball, if I got to run it 25 times in a row like he did in Buffalo, he'll run it 25 times in a row. He sticks to his guns.
And where I give Belichick credit is, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm not giving him any, where I give Belichick the credit is he's so smart that every Super Bowl or every important championship game or wherever that he played, he was smart enough to say, guess what? We're going to take away the best player,
Yeah.
and y'all going to have to beat us with the other 10 guys.
And
Or the other 9 guys.
and everybody knows that.
Yeah, and it works every time.
Yeah, everybody knows whoever the best player is, he's going to take him out.
Yeah,
Now you got to figure out how to make the other chess pieces move.
right.
And he's basically daring you to do that, and he knows you can't.
Yep.
So it's funny you bring up Popovich because Popovich is up there with Phil Jackson
Phil,
is the
yeah.
greatest. So it's like these
He's the
debates.
winningest coach.
Huh?
He's the winningest, ain't he?
Pop?
Oh, Pop.
Yeah. It was him or Jerry Sloan. Got more wins.
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
don't know.
One of them.
So Pop been
I don't
coaching
know.
for 30-some years. So
Jerry Sloan. I mean, he ain't got no rings, but he was the winningest coach when he passed.
You might be right. It might be Pop because up until I
recently,
think
right?
2 years ago, he's had 50 wins or
All right, so I thought it
a
was,
winning season every year.
Every year. I thought he was
45 or
the
some
winningest
wild
coach.
number.
Yeah.
But
Might not
You're
have-
right.
you know, he
Might
got
be
5 rings, but he has more wins.
No, you're absolutely right because he thinking about it, he's always had 40 wins or 50 wins every year up
Right.
until post Duncan retirement.
Right.
Kawhi, post Kawhi, my bad.